listen to this, right? I'm not much of an X-Men fan. I've never read any of the comics, and I've only ever watched the movies for Wolverine and Storm, cause they the coldest. Mystique's also cool, but you get the point. I generally know nothing about the X-Men but the movies. So when I heard about X-Men 97, I didn't think much about it. Plus the severe drought Marvel's going through right now, I just thought this was going to be something we leave in the past and forget about. But just after watching the first 5 minutes of this episode, I knew I had terribly misjudged Marvel and the X-Men, especially Cyclops. The movies did not do that man justice whatsoever. The only thing I remember about Cyclops is the fact that he was fighting Wolverine over this Jean Grey right here, and that nigga got off screen. Truly tragic. And the thing is, back then I was fully Team Wolverine on every setting. So if he didn't mess with you, neither did I. So Cyclops is already holding my book. But this series right here shines a new light on the entirety of X-Men. But enough of my yapping, let me show y'all niggas what's going down. We start off with the absolutely devastating news that OG, the cheat code himself, Charles Xavier, Professor X, got knocked off. Now, I don't know if this is a spin-off / sequel to another show, comic, movie, or storyline. Like I said, I'm not that locked into X-Men. But knocking off Professor X is no small feat. Killing him off screen is kinda wild, but I love where the story is going. What follows next is Phoenix from Valorant getting snatched out the card. But I gotta say, that Valorant money must be crazy. That choker is blinging. But wearing that in a place like this, you're only a target, and that nigga knows he's hoed. He checks his surroundings and niggas is dead mean with him. These dudes got literal arm cannons like they're Mega Man. Then this dude right here think he hella nice hitting that weak ass emo. Bro must have known this is the only screen time he's gonna get. He had to make it count. Bro started getting interrogated and his captor has the gall to firmly grasp this nigga's face and call him a cutie afterwards. No sir, the authorities will be informed immediately. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never been grabbed by my jawline before. Hey, I don't like the way you touching me, gang. Back up. Oh yeah? And what if I don't? This nigga just, oh hell nah. I know you ain't just touched my Gucci Valorant jacket. Broke niggas, I swear. Well, would you look at that. Looks like payday came a little early this month. But hold on, this nigga must got spidey senses. He immediately steps back and sees lightning and hears thunder. We know who about to pull up. But them niggas was ready, locked and loaded. Storm pulls up from the top rope surrounded by wind and her eyes glowing with electricity, calling herself the mistress of elements and commanding the hunters to surrender the boy or face her fury. Can't even hold you, that was cold. But them boys was not shaking even a little. Nah, and they playing with Storm name? Bro called her a whole witch. Not scared? We got a couple stupid ones. You see this face? Bro was not prepared. He was slept instantly. He didn't even last a full 10 seconds. That might have been the fastest I've ever seen somebody eat their own words. Even his man can't believe he already sleep. So the rest of the goon squad starts dumping. But you already know that the prodigy of the stormtroopers didn't hit a single shot. In fact, the only shots they hit were just to make Bishop's highlight reel. Y'all watch Dragon Ball Z? Anyways, hold this Gala gun. Nah, he deadass pulled the Gala gun out on him, so I know he messed with the Prince of All Saiyans. But the devs shadow nerfed our duo, because why after this little ass explosion are our two heroes fast asleep? Niggas dead look like they got tucked in, had a warm glass of milk, got read a bedtime story and sung a lullaby before they dozed off. The boss from earlier gets up, snatches little bro again by the collar, and tells whoever's left to skedaddle. The X-Men are like roaches, you see one, the rest are soon to follow. And in which case, he isn't wrong. But I know he ain't think we gonna skip past the fact that bro was fake sleep. Like sir, you are not slick. There is no way you wake up as soon as the ops sleep. But beat this, dude must not have good enough hold, and our boy noticed that and took this chance to get the fuck up out of there. That nigga is elusive as hell. Nigga said slip, put this nigga on the field immediately, and peep this nigga's delayed reaction. Lil bro is in motion for a full sprint, and yet your hands are still in the air like you're silly from Monsters Inc. trying to scare 5-year-olds. And you haven't even turned your body. First you get slept in front of all your goons after talking hella head, and now you letting lil bro cook you when all you had was one job? Oh boy, this can't get any worse.
Oh, got his ass.
Oh no, no way he got him into a different position. Bro almost got a full 2 steps into his sprint before you put your arms down. I'm not gonna lie bro, just quit. You actually lost respect from everybody in this room. Nothing's ever gonna be the same again. Imagine he talking shit to somebody and they like, but didn't you get crossed by a 16-year-old that you had a hold of? You had one job. Anyways, as bro is about to get lit up by 3 fake Mega Men, a sudden blast clears them out, and it's none other than Cyclops. He pulls up looking like, yeah, I just did that shit. Now, if this was the X-Men movie version of Cyclops, I would have had my head in my hands. This would have been the equivalent to being in danger in the Bleachverse and hearing your saber say, "Roar Zabimaru." Or being in Dragon Ball Z and hearing an Earthling Z fighter. You get the point, you're hoed. But this Cyclops is different. He walks in there, looks at all the guns being pointed at him and says, "Let's get active." He uses his laser vision to essentially skate across the room to get Lil Bro out of harm's way. And that boy is beyond scared. Cyclops beams the first nigga and comes in ready to knock a nigga clean out. Look at his form. He knocks some stupid into the nigga. Then he must have felt bad, so he let him rest on his arm. Then turned another nigga into straight ash, no ketchup. But then he must have seen dude was drooling on him. Wake your ass up. Turned this nigga ACL to crispy bacon. Then finished it with a beam while also dodging the dude in the back. Now notice how Cyclops has already relocated to a different spot, and dude in the back is still shooting in the same spot he was in earlier. Like I said, these stormtroopers taught these goons everything they know. Cyclops obliterates this goon, takes out their solid leader, hits a swift ass spin move on bro who tried to run the hands, but would you look at that? Another ACL turned into a Baconator. But that man wasn't finished. He shot that nigga in his shoulder just for him to turn around and give him back shots. No, not the back shots. This nigga Cyclops is tired of the slander. He's getting everyone for it. Another nigga tried to slide for his fallen comrade, but Cyclops is adept when it comes to the hands, it seems. Nigga said, weave, doop, doop. Easy read. Dummy. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, he moving way too swaggy right now. Hopefully the devs don't pack my boy mid-game like they did Storm and Bishop. Bro seen his performance and got to moving. He removes the comically large curtains to reveal a big ass Sentinel arm chilling in the back. Now, Sentinels are made to hunt and kill mutants, and if I remember correctly, they can adapt to the powers of any mutant. And you're telling me Brody somehow knows a way to operate it with 2 wires? Yeah, okay. Cyclops peeped this and, hold on. Did that kid just throw rollerblade at dude's dome? Rollerblades aren't heavy, but they sturdy for sure. So picking them up and beaming them at a nigga head might be a federal crime. Not that nigga smooth off his feet. Cyclops saved the kid from being absolutely annihilated and tries to go in but gets caught by this shit and is on the ground, helpless. Oh no, say it ain't so. No way they nerfed our boy like this, not again. He asked him how they got that Sentinel gear, but you know how niggas be when they get something or know something. Them niggas gatekeeping. Them niggas thought they won and wanted to run them up a bag and snatch my boy $100,000 shades off his face. But in doing that, they made the biggest mistake of their lives. These niggas must not know Cyclops is an absolute crash. And what's funny is Cyclops was going along with it. He was like, no please, I surrender. Not. Nigga for real boomed that hoe. Lil Bro soon wakes up at the X mansion, and off the rip he sees Beast doing something weird. Why are you upside down? But before he could even tell him his name, Lil Bro says this.
Salutations and welcome. I'm
blue, very blue.
Damn bro, kinda racist, but I'll let it slide. You just woke up after an eventful night. Jubilee soon introduces herself, and she says, and I quote,
I get it. One day life's fresh, then the next day you're waking up to a blue monkey singing Mozart as he tinkers with doohickeys.
Blue Monkey is wild, Jubilee, but Beef seems okay with it. Cyclops and Storm comes through, and it's the usual, oh, we gotta keep you here for your safety, but the other side still wants to leave gig. But this one's just a little different. When Cyclops tells him he needs to stay, this nigga's like, oh, how much do I owe you for the save? I was gonna pay the troops to free me. What? There is no way he thought he was gonna pay them and live to tell the tale. Nigga was gonna get robbed of his pockets and his life for sure. Cyclops and Storm had the same idea. Look at their expressions. They're not moved. So as they try to explain to him that his attackers might spin again if they catch him lacking, he responds with, so now you're kidnapping me. Nigga, what? Honestly, let him go. He got all the answers, he'll be fine. Jubilee chimes in, but this is his only reaction. You are in a world that discriminates against you, but have a group of people that are just like you trying to help you, and you doing this? I get it if you don't trust Easy, but after what they did for you last night, I'd be more inclined to trust. And I guess he realized that because eventually he agrees to stay for the day and is brought to the training room. Now, in this training room, bro was not taking anything seriously at all. But me, I would have been over there maxing the fuck out of Magneto, straight hands. But Valorant is not having it. He's gatekeeping his powers and everything until he gets spear tackled from the back. Pause. By everyone's favorite X-Men, Wolverine. He locks bro down and tells him to show some respect, and even then Valorant is playing with bro's name. He thought Wolverine was a hologram till that nigga turned off the program, and at this moment you can pinpoint the exact moment his heart dropped down to his boxers. Bro is shitting 3-story brick houses. Wolverine said, I heard you was talking that good shit. Now what, pussy? My boy lost at least 10 pounds after that. I know he was spooked. Oh, By the way, Jean and Scott are having a baby together. Let's give them a round of applause. They're finally getting their shit together. With that being said, Jean, for obvious reasons, wants to leave the team with Scott. He's second guessing the idea but knows he has to. But mid-convo, a basketball is hurled through the window and coincidentally, it hit Professor X's portrait. Damn! Hold that, man. Turns out Logan scared off Valorant, and I'm not surprised. We saw his face. He shouldn't have been talking that talk if he can't walk that walk. Simple. But being the acting team leader, Scott tells everyone to tee up, stop goofing around, and find the kid. But Logan has had enough. He gets up to him real close and, nah bro, why they made my boy Wolverine 3'11"? This behavior is unacceptable. Logan basically says, G may be your bitch, but I ain't, so don't boss me around. Oh yeah? How about I make you one then? I'm telling you, man, Cyclops is tired of the dirt on his name and he's here to clear it up. They eventually track down the kid and tell me why this nigga's at a damn party living it up. Bro, just last night your life was on the line and the next night you're out partying? Either I've officially reached Unk status because I don't agree with his mindset, or he's just genuinely stupid. On another note, the rest of the X-Men went to go confront the man who killed Professor X about the whereabouts of the Sentinel factory. They start the interrogation, giving this man a whole 15 years off his sentence for information. Boy, I'll be in there telling you where the camp is, where that motherfucker stay, where his mama stay, anything you need. That's a whopping 15 years off of 25? Boy, I'm taking it. Bro right here stood on business. Bro said, wow, 15 whole years off? I know it must hurt begging the man who killed your precious professor for information. It's 10 years, yours to win or lose. Well, that's a shame. I warned the day I put that old nigga in the ground. I'm smoking on that X-Pack. Nice try, but I'm no informant and you're not Batman. You're right, I'm not Batman and I won't get inside your head. But guess what? Have you met my wife? You smoking on what now? Come on nigga, say that shit again. She started ravaging through that nigga memories until she sees the literal end of the world. She's telling Cyclops to grab the team and get on that immediately. Stop this man now. And without haste, them niggas suited up in the jet. They cruising and suddenly the top of their jet gets ripped the fuck off. And above them is a fat ass scene. Cyclops lets that motherfucker rip, turn off half his face and arm, but also breaking the jet. And now the team is freefall. So, since Cyclops got yoinked out the jet the way he did, you'd think the X-Men who could fly would try to save him. Well, no. In fact, he didn't get saved at all. He waits for everyone else to get situated before he hits the comms and said, good shit team, see you on the ground. See you on the ground? This nigga pulls off one of the hardest superhero landings ever known to mankind. He knows his wife is watching and had to put on a show. Oh, but he's not done yet. He then says,
To me, my X-Men.
And gang pull up deep, ready to roll. And this is a hard ass flick. Put them niggas on the gram right now. They pull up to the scene, but this nigga was already ready for him. Look, he got the Sentinel sitting on the throne, his villainous speech prepared, along with his choice of places to stand. Bro had this set up on his bed, praying he could use it, and today's the day. He powers on the Sentinel, and the X-Men get straight to it. See, I don't know exactly what Rogue's power is, but peep this. She wraps around his finger, and in the same motion, throws the Sentinel into another one, and follows it up with a nasty RKO. Ripped that nigga's head clean off and allied it the game. Wolverine comes from the top ropes and straight up mauled this one. Beast sweeps this nigga off his feet and quite literally started playing bro like a puppet, but Takeover must have ran out, cause Wolverine gets snatched up and tossed into Beast, knocking him out the Sentinel, and both of them regroup with gang. Now it looks like they're in a pickle, they're being surrounded, but if you look closely, a certain very important X-Men is missing. Scott gets on the mic and says, give him the forecast. Nah bro, why are all these lines so hard though? To me, my X-Men, give him the forecast? Who's in the lab? Keep him writing. Storm begins to perform the hardest walk down I've ever seen. Her lightning turning the sand to glass, her every step producing said lightning, and creating a whole glass and lightning tornado slicing up any and everything in its path. It's a bad day for the villain, but a simple light show for the X-Men. They're watching in awe. The big Sentinel finally gets up, and I guess he's the final boss of this level, but I couldn't tell by how fast he got decapitated. He was truly sorry. So this scene really isn't important except for the fact that 1, dude is solar powered apparently, 2, his parents don't know that he's a mutant, and 3, he's actually rich, so the rich jokes earlier weren't really jokes I guess. But here, the gang is playing basketball until our lovely couple has to break the news about them leaving. Of course, it doesn't go too well, but it's interrupted because a nigga done broke into the mansion. How? Anyways, everyone pulls up and you see Wolverine got his claws, Storm got her lightning, Cyclops ready with his visor, but Jean is holding her stomach? Bro, what? You shouldn't even be in the front lines right now. But the one who intruded into their humble abode is none other than Magneto. And I can't lie, he slick looks swaggy. I fuck with the long hair. But more importantly, according to the will of Professor X, everything Charles owned is now his, including the X-Men. And he ends his episode with,
My X-Men.
I know I'm late, but dog, I know this shit gonna be hard, and I'm here for it.